Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Al Shai Ba Shem Rakakodah. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, Israelite Men Are the Prize, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 13. I'll go to the book, chapter, and verse in a minute. But anyway, I was watching this video put up by Horizon entitled, Modern Women Are Furious Because Men Are Going Their Own Way. It's hitting them, the woman, where it hurts. So I watched from the beginning, and I watched up to this individual right here. He looked like an Edomite, but hey, he came blunt with it, and I said, this guy might be a Jake. He just came straight out with it. He didn't, in a nutshell, he didn't said why men don't benefit, and he used that word benefit with a woman, and especially the black woman. Nobody wants the black woman, and you know what they find? You know what people are finding out? That these Edomite women, these women of these other nations, especially these Edomite women, they crave they pray for a Jake man, an Israelite man. Because we are the prize. A man shall be more precious than fine gold, even the fine gold of Ophir. So you can watch this right here, and it's cut up into segments. Okay, let me see. Okay, this one, I'm not going to show you it, but this one right here, she dressed all sexy, and she's frustrated because no man even approaches her, because that's what you women did through the years. Men don't like to be turned down, you know. So the attitude is, I'm not going to even talk to a woman. I'll get a hoe, I'll get a prostitute or whatever. And men can take that. Men can deal with being alone. And women can't. They're all fucked up. They're all fucked up. The Edomite woman, but number one on that list is the so-called black woman. We don't need you, black woman. We don't need the Israelite woman. Period. We can bring back the nation with any nation of woman. It could be an Edomite woman, a Moabite woman, any of the Ishmaelite woman. We can bring the nation back with any woman. Any Israelite man can bring back the nation with any woman. But if you were to destroy all the so-called, go back to Moses. The Pharaoh at that time wanted all the boy babies at a certain age to be destroyed, right? Go up to the New Testament. When Yahushua was being born, Herod the Great knew that was the Messiah, so he said said all the children, but the word there goes back to the Hebrew, the boys. It was actually the boys that they killed, so he can get at the Messiah. And the angel, the whole story. The angel coming to Joseph saying to go to Egypt, because there was a large community of had to be a million and up of Israelites living in Alexandria, Egypt. But he said go into Egypt. So if they were to succeed in killing off all Israelite men, they ain't gonna worry about the Israelite women, because they're not going to bring back Israel. They'll bring back seed that looks like Israel, but they're not going to come back as Israel. And you cannot destroy the Israelite man. When I say the Israelite man, I'm talking about all the tribes. Now, the way it was from the beginning, Genesis chapter 3, verse 16, that we are over you. See, that's the problem. The women want this equal stuff. It ain't going. That's why men is. We're equal, but we got to pay for every fucking thing. The burden is on us. They don't work, and we just pay for it. Whatever the fuck they want, we got to bend over backwards to get it for them. Ain't no man for a piece of box. That's why prostitution is considered the oldest profession in the world. So we don't need y'all. We don't need the sisters. We don't need the sisters, man. These Edomite women coming out saying, "Oh, I dream about getting with a Jake man." The Latin women. So I quoted, I'm not going to make this long. I quoted Genesis 3, verse 16. I can also quote, or even go to Isaiah 4, Isaiah 4 and 1 on down. 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7 women shall take over. The man is Israelite man. And the 7 means completion. Some brothers are going to have 10 women. Others are going to have 20. In the kingdom, we're going to have 1,000 and more women. In the kingdom, we're going to really be living. So for you men that, that's my sister, that's my African queen, well, you can have your African queen. We don't need that. We don't need her. Like I said, we can get women from the other nations. And through my experiences of life, I have met women of the other nations that treat me way better than the Israelite woman. When I say the Israelite woman, I'm talking about the Judite, the kingdom of Judah woman. We don't even talk to them. We don't say nothing to them. So there's many scriptures on us having more than one woman. When you go to Isaiah chapter 60, it speaks about this. Matter of fact, let me go to some of these precepts. You got certain guys saying that 7 women shall take hold of one man. That's going to happen in the kingdom. It's not going to happen in the kingdom. It's going to happen before the kingdom. Because it said we will. As a matter of fact, let me go to it. I'm going to read it in NLT. Isaiah 4. Go to the NLT. Taking this, here it comes. Here it comes. This is an NLT. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women, and what is that? Through the wars. That's also in 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I believe either 15 or 16. 7 women will fight for each. 7 women will fight for each man, saying, "Let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing." In the kingdom of heaven, our women are not going to be working and providing their own food and clothing. They're going to be taken care of. Only let us, and that's talking about this on this side before the kingdom comes. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. If you reach a certain age, 25, you ain't got no man, you ain't got no kids, they talk behind your back. Oh, she's an old maid. A man don't have no kids. He don't. That was good. That's good for me. A woman in her spirit, she wants to have at a certain age. They call it my biological clock is ticking. Because she knows she has a very little time, a small window to get a man and to have children with that man. And if they hit a certain age, I don't know, let's say it's 25, they talking behind it. Women are talking behind her back. And you depressed. You stay depressed. Let me go ahead and read the 2nd verse. But this is all I needed. It said, only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. But in that day, the branch of the Lord, which is now, will be beautiful and glorious, which means now going into the kingdom. The fruit of the land will be the pride and glory of all who survive in Israel, the ones that are a part of the elect that make it. But in the kingdom of heaven, our wives are not going to be cooking and cleaning and working and buying and sewing their own clothes. They're going to have servants to do that. Sarah wasn't working, all right? Sarah had servants working for her. So then we go to Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13. Now it says here, I will make people scarcer than gold. I don't want that. Let me go to the King James. That's the 12th verse. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. That's an Israelite man. Look up the word precious. The word there is yaquar. To esteem, be prized. The Jake man is the prize, not the woman. The Jake man is the prize. Precious. Be valuable. Be precious. Be costly. Be appraised. To be precious. Be highly valued. See, we're being highly valued. That's why women all over the world, especially so-called Edomite women, which a lot of them are Jake, they dream about getting with the Jake man. And you got the so-called black women, they're mad as hell. They're going home alone with their funky ass attitudes. Be esteemed, be costly, to be appraised, to make something precious. And then you have the precepts there, 11 out of 11. Psalms 49 verse 8, for the redemption to buy back or to deliver of their soul is precious, and it ceases forever. He shall, Psalm 72 verse 14, he shall redeem, buy back their soul, he's going to deliver Israel from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. So we're precious to the Most High, and that starts with the man. Remember, we don't need an Israelite woman to bring back an Israelite boy or child. All you need is an Israelite man. That's it. You can get with an Edomite woman. You're gonna have, and that's what Genesis 6 is all about. Everybody's talking about Genesis 6. Oh, that's talking about the Akhenaten, the what do you call it? The Anunnaki. Oh, that's the Anunnaki. A lot of these sports figures, these athletes, a lot of them got Edomite mothers, and they still excel because of their father, the genes of their father, the spirit of their father, which is the spirit of the Israelite. I'm gonna go right to the point. I don't want to make this long, but watch the video. And there's some good-looking women out there, fine-ass women that are depressed because ain't nobody talking to them. Because men get tired of this shit, you know? They get tired of rejection. They get tired of the fact that they got to pay for it. If she looks that good, she don't do shit. She sits on her ass all day, and you got to pay for it. You got to do every fucking thing. Men ain't having that shit. Fourth verse. There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High, which are Israelites, which are known as sons of Israel, means sons of God. He's a prince of God, or he's a son of God. That was a name at that time, sons of God, which is what is it? The Bun, he's a son. Allah, he's the son of God. Or Yashur Allah, he's the prince of God. A prince is the son of a king. Came in unto the daughters of men, which are the other nations, which we can do that because we can always bring back the nation through other nations' women. Look, go to the Midianites, Numbers 31. It said, take the little girls for yourself. That's what Moses said. Kill the men, kill the married women, kill the boys, but take the little girls for yourselves. And what did you produce? You produce other Israelites. And they bear children, and we look like every nation under the sun. And they bear children or sons and daughters to them. The same became mighty men, which were of old men of honor, of renown. These are these great men. Like for you to understand, men in the sports world, the boxing world, and so forth. Muhammad Ali's mother, she had Edomite blood in her. She was real light-skinned. I believe her line goes back to the Irish. The Irish celebrate Ali because his lineage goes back to Ireland. Mike Tyson's on his father's side goes back to Ireland. His father had Irish blood in him. And then you have straight up Edomite women that a Jake man to get, and out of that a son becomes what's produced out of that union is a man that might be a great athlete or a singer or just a great man in general. So that's what it's talking about when it says giants, right? That's why I keep telling Bishop Nate, you got to go into these root words, which you used to do years ago. Did I pass that? Giants. I already know it is. I just want to bring it up. The word there is napayal. Napayal. They say Nephel. Okay, let me see. Okay, the word is giant, the Nephilims. Nephilim is just another way of saying like Napayalium. Let's go to the root. Let's see what it says on the root word. The actual word is the falling ones. They were not, so to speak, giants of great stature. It says to fall, lie, be cast down, fail, to fall, which is talking about the chains. We were cast in chains of darkness. Let me see if I can bring that up. I brought it up before. Chains of darkness. It up one time. Okay, good. Beautiful. Came up 2 times. 2 Peter 2 verse 4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sin, and we sinned when we came into these bodies. The first sinner was Adam, and Eve first sinner was Eve, and Eve caused Adam to sin. And they didn't eat no apple, they didn't eat no actual tree. It was an influence. It was uh, a way of life, that the serpent was represented Esau. Now we said it was an actual man, it was an influence. It wasn't no actual serpent. And what he gave her was this the other side of righteousness. Because they were supposed to be innocent. It said, but cast them down to hell. Did they actually go to hell? No. For if the Most High spared not the angels, which are us, that sin, but cast them down to hell. That's talking about a condition. Why is it talking about condition? Because hell means pit or grave, and it also means death. So what does Psalms 86:2 say? It says, ye shall fall like the princes, right? Ye were gods, for if God spared the angels, angels are gods, but ye shall die like men. We can get hit by a car and die. We can get struck by lightning. We can get shot. We can get beat up and die. You can choke on a chicken bone and die. You can't choke on a chicken bone when you're in your angelic spiritual state. And delivered them into chains of darkness. What's the chains of darkness? These bodies that we in, and our minds been programmed as to not know that we're Israelites. The reason why we know that and accept the fact that we're Israelites, because the Most High programmed us, open up the door, reprogrammed us to say, you guys are Israelites now, to be reserved unto judgment. So some of us are not going to make it, and some of us are going to make it. And the 2/3 are not talking about 2/3 of all Israel on the planet. It's talking about 2/3 of Israel in America. And they're just numbers. The Most High doesn't deal with exact numbers. Did not the Most High say you're going to live, in not so many words, you're going to live to 70 and with strength 80? That's 80 years. You got people living 100 years. You got this individual from Nigeria that died, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, I would gather. I got to go back to it. He lived to be 170 years old. The oldest man to live within the last 400 or 500 years was a Nigerian man, which is an Israelite, that lived to be 170 years old. He lived through 2 centuries, man. Jude 1:6, and the angels, which are us, which kept not their first estate, which is in the spiritual realm. That's where you go back to. Nobody goes to no fucking hell, man. Stop listening to this clown, Bishop Nate. And he knows he fucked up, but he don't want to admit it. He's gonna, you know what, I was wrong. So they're gonna be saying, well, maybe we should follow GMS. But left their own habitation, which our habitation is up there in the spiritual realm. You can read about that in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, from the first verse on down. He hath reserved in everlasting chains these bodies that get sick and die under darkness. We didn't know that we were Israelites. Now we know that we're Israelites. We've been given this light unto the judgment of the great day. So on the judgment of the great day, they call it the great white throne judgment. The ones of us that are the elect, we're going to be delivered. The ones that are not of the elect of Israel, they're going to die. But guess what? They're going to come back through us. So anyway, let me come back over here. So you can watch this video. And we are the gods. Our women are lesser gods, lower level gods. And in the kingdom, we're going to have multiple wives. And we're going to have multiple children. And all men are going to have children. All women are going to have children. There ain't going to be no old maids in the kingdom. Them other nations, they're going to have children. Because where are we going to get the slave from? So with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one, shalom. And if I remember, I'll leave this link up. If not, you got it right here. This was put up 11 days ago. So you Israelite women, get your act together, man. Get your act together. Shalom.